we still remember all the souls you've saved. You will be remembered forever for what you've done.
You're a good man who made one mistake. We don't fault you, merely follow your conscience. We understand why.
We understand why.
We understand why.
Ave Maria, gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventri tui, Jesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. Do not judge this one too harshly, I pray ye. The wicked go astray as soon as they are born. Thou, therefore, O ye God of... Or you god of, what is it?
Hosts. God of hosts.
God of hosts, thank you, yeah. You were just see him. Okay. Where are we? Page 231. Okay. All right. Forgive this heathen, if thou canst, and suffer him to enter into thy kingdom. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Okay, may God have mercy on us all.
Madam, control yourself.
I don't care what anybody says. Benedict Arnold had to have been one of the greatest generals of the Revolution.
It was nothing, really.
He certainly was the bravest.
Thank you, Father.
Oh, he ought to have been brave considering how much whiskey he drinks.
Watch it.
Well, maybe he took a nip now and then, but drunk or sober, he was truly a great man.
I appreciate the endorsement, but if you don't mind, I'd like to get some rest now.
Personally, I feel sorry for him.
Did you hear me?
Sorry for that sausal rapscallion.
Oh, that'll be just about enough out of you.
Yeah, well, it couldn't have been very easy for him, you know, to live with the thought of what he had done.
I know just what you mean. Today at school, my loser of a brother here.
Hey!
My loser of a brother here went and told the teacher I was cheating on my arithmetic test. And I went and told him, you're nothing but a Benedict Arnold.
Oh, okay, that doesn't count. Who are you people anyway?
Don't you recognize us?
Well, you look familiar.
We're the faces from your past, Ben. Come to pay our last respects.
Last respects, but I'm not dead yet.
So we're a little early.
Well, it isn't fair.
What did you expect?
Well, I guess I just thought that once I died, that would finally be the end of it.
You'll find this is just the beginning.
It's hard to say what could have become of me if I hadn't been so loyal to His Majesty. Now I find no one really wants me. Now I find no one seems to care about me.
Well, who can blame them, considering your pride? No one wants to be seen with the greatest traitor on our side. And I'll be watching Benedict Arnold, traitor and crew. That's what you will ever be, so you had to do it to you.
Sorry that you had to do it to me. I can't believe this mess you got me in. But now I find no one really wants me. It seems as if my friends have all abandoned me forever.
Well, who could blame them, considering your crime? No one wants to be seen with the greatest traitor of our time. And nothing but a Benedict Arnold, traitor through and through. That's all anyone will see, so you have to do it to you.
Sorry that you had to do it to me. No one could be doing it. We must continue our march at Quebec. If we can reach the fort on time, we can convince the Canadians to join our gallant cause. We haven't any time to spare. Come on, lads. Follow me.
I see we're back in Quebec again now, are we? Now, that's just fine. Now, General, get back under these covers and give me the silly...
No. Don't let me keep my coat. At least let me have that. God forgive me for ever putting on another.
Oh, Mrs. Arnold is after the game, Mrs. Arnold!
Feeling better now, are we, General? You had us worried there for a moment.
General? Wait a minute. Was I a general then?
Not only a general, sir, I tell you, you were a pretty good one back in the day.
Oh, Emily. I just don't see how I can manage it.
Manage it? Manage what, sir?
I just can't seem to summon the strength to storm the fort at Ticonderoga. You'll have to do it without me.
I? Storm the fort at Ticonderoga? Not bloody likely, I've got laundry to do. And then there's the shepherd's pie and the other. Oh, Lordy, I hope I haven't overcooked it again.
God, woman, where's your coat?
My what, sir?
Your coat, damn it, your coat! That's no way to dress in this kind of weather.
What kind of weather? The weather's a scorch if you ask me. It must be 90 degrees already.
Well, here, at least take my blanket.
Thank you, sir. I know you mean it well. Now, I'll leave you to your dreams. Suppose dreams are all you've got left.
It's time to start a revolution. If I just knew how. All I see surrounding me are faces of despair. It's impossible for me to keep their hopes alive when death is everywhere. Am I a revolutionary gentleman? Just like all the papers say. Or can it be I'm just an ordinary man? Can I carve us out a nation one day? Would these sunshine patriots know how to fight a war? Or at the sound of English cannon, would they all retreat? Who am I to lead them all against a mighty power and save this nation from defeat? I'm not a revolutionary gentleman, as all the history books will say. I'm nothing more than just a man content to know. A grateful nation will remember him someday.
We would not have survived without you. None of us here would be alive without you. Just look at where we are. We never would have made it this far without you. Without you.
As long as you've been with me, oh, may I say, you are the most ingenuous, mollycoddled ingrate it's ever been my misfortune to employ. But as a foot masseuse, you are the creme de la creme.
Oh, sir, you really know your way to a girl's heart.
Have you ever met Benedict Arnold?
Oh, sir, this obsession with General Arnold has to stop. It's keeping you up at night. It's keeping me up at night. Hear you moaning endlessly in your bed, and you in your bed, me in my bed, of course. What would I be doing in your bed but through the walls, don't you see?
Josephine, what a peculiar manner of speaking you have. Please.
Well, sir, if you must know, I did meet General Arnold once, but sir, he was not a gentleman.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, he called me vile names, reprehensible names. I don't want to talk about it very much.
General Arnold, are you certain?
I ought to know. I was standing right there. He bumped into me on the street and said quite plainly, "Pardon me, madam." Madam? Madam? I was never so insulted in all of my life. I'm only 26. I still have most of my teeth.
Yes. Oh, so, what's in the papers today? Anything good? You never have anything good to read to me.
Oh, but sir, don't hurry to blame the messenger. Ooh, here's some good news.
Oh, no, wait, don't tell me. Yes, let me guess. Congress plans to nominate me as the first president of the United States of America.
Oh, stop it, sir, you're killing me.
Yes, oh, I know. I'll finally be allowed to sign the Declaration of Independence after that Hancock fellow ruined it for the rest of us.
God, are you still on about that? Give it a rest. It's over.
Well, for heaven's sakes, what is it then?
Our favorite General Benedict Arnold, General, please, has just been shot through the leg again at Saratoga. Oh! A little late on the drum roll.
Do you think it'll be fatal?
Let me see. No, sorry. But it does say he will be laid up in excruciating pain for quite some time.
Oh, that's encouraging. Oh, Josephine, if you only know how arduous and challenging this war has been on me.
Yeah, and I hear some of the soldiers don't have it so good either.
No, I'm president of the council, and do you think anyone cares?
I know I don't.
No, and you know why?
Well, sir, a political appointment such as yours somehow lacks romance. I mean, you don't really do that much, do you? Anybody could do what you do.
Oh, whatever the reason, it's unquestionably the military officers that get all the glory.
Yeah. What the hell did they ever do? They risk their lives, get shot at, die in battle, and it's like everybody thinks they're heroes or something. Huh? Pathetic if you ask me.
You are correct, my pernicious cucumber. Now with Arnold out of the way, maybe someone will notice me for a change.
With a belly that size, some are starting to notice you already. In this neighborhood, you know.
Haven't you heard? The rebels have finally driven the English out of the city.
Yeah, they're on the run, and Washington's just appointed Benedict Arnold military governor.
Ladies and gentlemen, how thrilling it is that we were finally able to rid the city of Philadelphia of the English once and for all. However, we are here to honor a very special individual, Benedict Arnold. I am pleased to be honoring you for storming the fort at Ticonderoga, for valor and heroism displayed at Saratoga, a raid which netted us 59 cannon, and for heroism at Quebec, where we nearly convinced the Canadians to join our gallant cause. I hereby give to you command of the city of Philadelphia as its new military governor. We also have another guest with us tonight, your very own Joseph Reed.
Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really undeserving of this honor. I only have a few remarks. It's not very much, you understand. If I may start...
Sir,
yes.
Sir, why don't you just forget about it? You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
General, I brought you a nice cold glass of champagne. I did too. I thought of it first. You did not. I did too.
Ladies, please. How kind of you both to have noticed that I was exceptionally thirsty this evening. Forgive me for not getting up, but this nearly fatal and unquestionably painful injury was an honor to have received in defense of your sweet liberties.
General,
I think I'm going to be ill.
General, how did you hurt your leg?
Oh, I don't think you want to hear about that.
Oh, yes, you can.
It was a blustery winter's day. The morning frost clung to the withered blades of grass, and I was...
Skip it.
Yes, at any rate, I was leading my men into battle, where the heaviest fighting was going on, and I...
General, you don't mean to say that you were out in front, leading the charge?
That, with me, it was never go, lads, go. It was always, come on, lads, follow me.
Well, it must have been awfully dangerous.
Well, I had my hat shot clean through 9 times.
9 times? But last time I think it was only 6. This story just gets more and more riveting.
Yes, well, suddenly, I was thrown from my horse, and I tried to jump clear, but it was too late. My leg was crushed beneath the beast.
How awful for the general.
How awful for the horse.
More to my immediate concern, however, was the blasted redcoat who by chance had come upon me. He ran up to me, pointing his musket in my face, and said, "You're my prisoner."
I don't think I want to hear how this ends.
Oh, I didn't want to hear how it starts. What happened next?
Well, I looked him square in the eye, and then I drew out my musket, and...
Your Excellency, do you think that Arnold was a wise choice for a military governor?
I was told you would be coming to see me about this.
Yes. I have no objection, you understand. It's just, well, you know how people talk.
Yeah, but so far it is you doing most of the talking, so...
Yes. Well, quite frankly, when I heard that English officers were visiting Arnold's home, I said, stop, no. I refuse to listen to idle gossip.
Yeah, he refuses to listen to the gossip. Mostly he just starts it himself.
Yes.
There must be some mistake.
Oh, Your Excellency, if you only know how much I wish that were true. When the reports came out, I prayed that they were nothing more than idle gossip. But, regrettably, I found them to be true.
Oh, regrettably, my ass. He was up half the night celebrating with champagne.
Reed, you don't mean to imply, do you, that there's anything more than just socializing going on with the English?
Oh, absolutely not.
Good. These are men whom we owe our very lives. Still, I suppose I should talk to them about their associations.
Oh,
for appearance's sake.
Well, that's my only concern too, Your Excellency, yes.
Your Excellency, excuse me, my friends, duty calls. Sorry, excuse me, sorry. Your Excellency.
Ben, I know that a military governorship wasn't exactly what you had in mind for yourself.
Oh, Your Excellency, anywhere that I can be of service to you is where I belong.
Ben, you're my most able and trusted general. You might even be our first president.
Oh, I'm flattered, sir, but you are the obvious choice.
Nonsense. I have no interest in politics, but you, Ben, you are a born leader.
Well, you honor me beyond words, sir.
In the meantime, when you feel you're ready to active service once again, I'm proposing that you be placed in command of the left wing of the Continental Army.
Your Excellency, surely you don't mean second in command?
I would say that that's a little bit more to your liking, wouldn't it, BBM?
Oh, it's just what I do. Oh, Your Excellency, what I mean to say is, thank you, Your Excellency. I am your most humble and obedient servant, Your Excellency.
I get the general idea. Thanks.
They certainly seem, close.
Well, yes, but this was, of course, before she and I first met. Even I had former romantic interests.
No! Really, sir?
Oh, yes, yes. I had 3 children by a former marriage. My sister raised them in Connecticut. But I would have raised them myself had it not been for the demands of military life. Yet I love those kids. Truly, I did.
So, where are they now?
Hell, I don't know. All grown up someplace, I suppose. But the point is that after my wife died, I didn't think I could ever love anybody again. But that's when I met her.
Oh, Mrs. Arnold!
No! The beautiful Betsy Dubois! I spent days working on a letter I was convinced would win her heart. Your charms, dear madam, I wrote, have lighted an inextinguishable flame in my heart, and your heavenly image too deeply ingrained, ever to be erased.
Whatever my fate may be, my most ardent wish is for your happiness, and my last breath will be to implore heaven's blessing upon you.
Oh, well, isn't that sweet?
Yes, I guess so, but I can never become romantically involved with Benedict Arnold.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Are you serious? Even if he weren't twice my age, he's a cripple. They say that when his leg finally heals, it'll be 2 to 3 inches shorter than the other one, and permanently disfigured.
Yeah.
Well, thank goodness it's still intact. Surely there must be someone who can appreciate a fine piece of romantic literature such as this.
You don't mean to say you'd use the same lines in another woman?
Why not? These heartfelt words are never too good to be used just once. Now, let me see. My dear Peggy, your heavenly image is too deeply ingrained ever to be erased.
I was just saying, I don't blame you for not remembering me. You've met so many people in the past few days. I'm Peggy Shippen.
Ah, yes, the judge's daughter. Miss Shippen, as always, you are a vision of delight.
Well, I trust you won't hold it against me that my father's a loyalist. I've heard stories of how you burned people out of their homes if you even suspected they were allegiant to the British Crown.
Oh, well, don't worry, miss. I have no plans to be burning anyone out of their homes tonight. Particularly not the homes of lovely ladies such as yourself.
Well, what a relief. I thought I was going to have to run home and save all the family heirlooms.
You know, Miss Shippen, I would love to ask you to dance, but I can't with my leg being the way it is.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that.
Well, it's just as well that I can't ask you to dance tonight. There's a bit too much competition for my liking.
Competition?
Yes, the young man you were with earlier.
General, I hate to tell you this, but I've been sitting over there by myself for most of the evening with only a glass of champagne for company.
You what?
Don't act so surprised. It's more of a common occurrence than I'd like to admit. Waiting for some eligible gentleman to come and sweep me off my feet.
Excuse me. Excuse me, but do you mean that you weren't just now standing right over there with a young English officer?
An English officer still here in Philadelphia. General, I think you may have had a bit too much champagne, if I may be so bold.
Well, perhaps you're right about that. You know, Miss Shippen, Peggy, it's true that I can't ask you to dance tonight, but there's no reason that you and I can't step outside for a breath of night air.
I can't think of anything I'd like more.
It's true after all. Benedict Arnold is engaged to Peggy Shippen, the daughter of a loyalist judge. Oh, I can't wait to hear what Washington has to say about this.
Well, so would I. I mean, after all, General Arnold is practically twice her age. I can't think that they'd have much in common.
Idiot. I'm talking about the family's association with the English. There's a war on, you know.
Oh, but it's not a crime to be a loyalist. God knows you certainly are when it suits your purpose.
Yes, all we have to do is plant the seeds of doubt in Washington's mind.
Huh. You may actually be right about that. And if what you say isn't altogether true, well, that can't be helped. You make mistakes. You're only human.
I'll say he can't be trusted.
He's been acting suspiciously as of late.
I'll say he's a traitor.
Aren't you blowing this out of proportion?
Your Excellency, I just would ask that you take a look at the evidence.
I have, and I see nothing to shake my faith in my most trusted general.
With all due respect, Your Excellency, I think your devotion to Arnold is becoming increasingly suspect.
How dare you question my loyalty to the cause?
Oh, here it comes.
It seems to me I remember a young army officer under my command during the French and Indian War who took it upon himself to go behind enemy lines and negotiate a settlement with the French. Behind my back.
Yes. Well, Your Excellency, I hope you understand. I was only doing what I thought was best at the time. That's all I'm doing now. Your Excellency, you must know that you're in a position to prevent a great catastrophe. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. We have a crisis. Its name is Benedict. What rocked and he crawled out from under. He is nothing but a derelict. He's getting married. to an ally of the king. Rumor still has it, his wife's already even had a fling.
She's been sneaking out late at night to some English officer's delight. How long before he wants even more? Hold on to your seats for when the sparks ignite.
You can be serious.
You must be delirious.
These rumors are slander. He's our best commander.
Stave off the bleeding. Save this nation while you can.
I've never doubted him. He has always been my right-hand man.
But we have a crisis. Even now, it's not too late. When the right hand's deceased, you have no choice but to amputate.
He entertains the English every night. For enemies, they seem rather tight. What undeniable rapport. Someone needs to tell them we're supposed to be at war.
You are naive if you believe this suspicious behavior means nothing at all. With them around, we are all doomed to fall.
Party's this way! Jim Paganey!
They came home to find John asleep in their bed, and although she said he means nothing to me,
Still I couldn't get it out of my head.
more than once he saw her write a letter to John in the dead of night. She said, "It's my mother, poor dear is dying."
But since she was already dead, I knew she must be lying.
Still he tried his best to please her,
Which wasn't an easy thing to do. This house costs more than I can afford,
and every day she buys another pair of shoes.
Hey,
Though Peggy felt she had enough, and if they ran out of money, they borrow more, till the creditors came knocking at their door.
Colonial Moving Company, we're here to collect on the debt.
But I don't have it.
Just what we were hoping to hear.
Come on, boys!
Oh, yes, the furniture's not much, that's true, but, well, we can, auction some, burn the rest, take it away.
well, if you just give us a little more time.
Oh, and what then? Borrow even more money against your salary until the entire amount is going only to pay the interest.
I'm afraid we've heard that song and dance before.
What if everybody did the same? Oh, can you imagine? if our federal government acted so irresponsibly. Why, someday the federal debt might be in the hundreds of dollars.
Any politician who would allow that belongs to the loony bin, if I may be so bold.
Oh, yes. Such behavior will cause us all ruin. You must learn how to live within one's means. Because if you don't, you will pay the price. Is there any more caviar, Josephine? They seem what celebrate contentment when bills are all past due. Their misery is our great fortune. Soon we'll be living on Park Avenue.
See how underhanded we can be. We charge excessive interest.
Must be.
Then when you find you're overextended,
We swoop down, demanding you hand in your keys. Trips overseas,
something strange.
anywhere to die for.
All the luxuries you find appealing.
But your day of reckoning has come.
Time to show us any money you're concealing.
Start the celebration.
Break out your ballroom gowns.
We don't sell too many tickets, but you'll find it's the hottest show in town. Alright, guess right up there.
I got corn. I make everything out of corn. Boy, you want corn? I got corn. Give me money for the corn.
200. Not worth 200. Undermine the generals.
Ruining the life of snackeries.
Oh, but damn if we don't find it fun.
Oh, even if we end up feeling rather sleepy, let's go
Drink and party in our finest tower. We make a fortune of others' mistakes. We're around to clean things up in this old tower.
such enjoyment, what pleasant day.
We fulfill a huge function.
Bankruptcies only make us happy.
Yes, we're scum
And we're born
to
to
stay. All right, Josephine. Let's see what you brought me on the general. Oh, what's this? Oh, dear, dear. Josephine, why must you always disappoint me?
Sir?
I asked you to dig up smut on the general, and this is all you could come up with? Didn't issue a proper pass? Borrowed an old army wagon?
It's all true.
Oh, it's all boring. I give you 3 weeks to discredit the general. What do I find? I find his popularity is increasing day by day. I find that everyone in the city is raving about him, and what do you think they're saying about me?
I think they think you're a bastard, sir.
Well, you simply must try again.
No, sir, please. Please don't make me go back. I could not bear it. We may simply have to face facts. General Arnold may simply be above reproach.
Oh, nonsense. There are evil, fiendish qualities in every single man.
If only this were a perfect world.
Yes, well, let's just have another look at your notes.
Oh, no. No, you didn't like them. No, you said they were worthless. You said I was worthless. You said you wished you had never met me or asked me to come stay with you in Philadelphia, keeping the fire lit on all of those cold, cold winter nights and applying some sort of scented cream. I think it was jasmine.
All right. Let's, why don't we have another look? Can we not? I mean, perhaps with the proper embellishments, even the most innocent acts can appear to be suspect. What was the first one again?
Oh, let's see. Yes, he allowed a ship to enter port without a proper pass.
Oh, yes. How about authorized a foreign ship to enter American waters, endangering innocent civilians?
Oh, that's such a good one, sir. You are so evil.
No time for compliments. I'm on a roll. Next.
Let me see. Ah, yes, he borrowed an army wagon to bring home some new furniture.
Oh. That is theft of government property. Yes. And what's this? I can't quite make that one out.
Oh, well, sir, that was nothing. It's just that on Thursday he asked the corporal to go and fetch a barber.
Oh, you have to corporate picture. Oh, that's shocking. That is absolutely shocking. Impose media offices on our sons of freedom serving in the American militia. Yes.
Perfect.
Reed, these charges are utterly ridiculous and you know it.
May I remind the learned general that you were the one who demanded a hearing on these charges.
Well, you don't think I'd honestly let you drag my name through the mud without a fight, did you? My silence could be misconstrued as an admission of guilt. I will not be stung to death by insects.
There will be no more outbursts in my courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor. It's true. At first glance, these charges appear to be nothing of matter, but taken into account, we have to take a look at where they all lead. Now, earlier today, he asked one of our noble sons of freedom to fetch
Fetch a barber.
a barber, yes. Who knows where perhaps tomorrow he may be making demands on high-ranking government officials?
Why shouldn't a military governor be allowed to make demands on his subordinates? What are they there for if not to serve?
Ooh, objection?
Yes, sustained. General Arnold, you will, well, have your opportunity.
Yes, Your Honor. This is the example of brash, arrogant behavior that has brought us here today. May I remind the court that General Arnold will be second in command of the colonial forces. Now, we must not allow it. We must not allow this unstable individual to lead the colonial mission. The future of our country is at stake.
Reed, what is it about me that you're so afraid of? Could it be that without me as your scapegoat, people might see you for the incompetent buffoon that you really are?
The prosecution rests, Your Honor.
I'm sure the jury will find you innocent.
Yeah, no, what worries me is that I should be out there, leading my men, not cooped up in some courtroom, defending myself against some crazed zealot.
Oh, General Arnold, will you please rise?
This ought to be good.
Do we have the envelope? We have, Your Honor. Ah, yes. And the verdict? The verdict is... Oh, it's guilty!
What? That's impossible.
Guilty.
It can't be.
Guilty.
If you only knew what I would do, you might not have been quite so quick to condemn.
all will be tried.
I'm wondering why you chose me to crucify.
Everyone will know you're the hero that you long to be.
That's not done so easily.
But if this is a reason to commit some kind of treason,
A red cross is the only thing they'll see.
General Washington, Arnold, I regret that I'm bound to administer this public censure of your actions.
But Your Excellency, these were all such trivial charges. I don't understand how there was no acquittal.
And on a personal note, and I know this may not help much, I know that these were very petty charges, and I'll do what I can.
Oh, Your Excellency, what about the... What I mean is, this won't affect my being given second in command, will it?
Oh, I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Ben.
Well, if you're not giving it to me...
Oh, no, it's just that I have some particulars to discuss with Congress.
Never mind. I have my answer.
Damn it, Ben. Congress is on my back. Reed has some very influential friends, and this trial hasn't helped matters any. He has them convinced that you don't have this country's best interest at heart.
So, then, what do you have in mind for me?
Well, I think we need to let things settle down a bit.
Your Excellency, I am awaiting your instructions. I have completed my tenure as military governor. I am once again restored to perfect health. Please, tell me now, what is to be my command?
All right, Ben. You will be commanding the Federal Arsenal at West Point.
West Point? An administrative position?
I know it doesn't sound very prestigious for an able-bodied commander such as yourself.
No, it's little more than a glorified secretarial post, and you know it.
West Point is vital to our nation's defense.
Oh, don't patronize me.
That'll be all, General.
Ben, don't worry. You've made the right choice.
You really think so?
Of course, no one can blame you merely for following your conscience. You have my word on it.
I gave them every chance.
We know that, dear.
Well, I guess I'll just do the honorable thing. I'll see Washington in the morning and resign my commission in the Continental Armed Forces.
You will do no such thing.
What? Why not?
Nope. Hickey is absolutely right. You are much more valuable to us if you stay right where you are. Besides, Washington did the same thing, no more, no less.
No, that was different. He resigned his position. Everybody knew which side he was fighting for.
And you can resign too if that's all that's bothering you. All we're asking you to do is wait 2 weeks, and then it will all be over.
2 weeks? Well, what's in 2 weeks?
Ben, the English plan to attack West Point. It's certain to mean the end of the war. All John's asking you to do is surrender the fort without a fight. Then it'll only be a matter of time.
And it will absolutely guarantee our success if, when we do attack West Point, you guarantee that Washington is there to be arrested and hanged for treason.
Tell me I'm not hearing what it is you're telling me tonight.
There's nothing that we've said you haven't heard yourself long before tonight.
Why have I ended up so terribly remorseful?
You can turn that around. You're brilliant and resourceful. How could a nation be so cruel as to try to make their hero out of a fool? What has this nation done for you? you?
What did you ever get for being the war's best commander?
What did you ever get besides being passed up and slandered? How can you still say you love this nation?
Don't wait for validation anymore.
Time to show them all who they must not ignore.
Be a traitor, tell us you won't play their game. See you later, along the kind of fame and fortune.
Just say,
See you later,
I want to be a traitor. Respect is only a red coat
away. We all know that England will surely win this war. Americans are losing so much more so than before. So be a traitor, you'll be better off this way.
Say, see you later. Tell me you want to take a little holiday.
Americans don't stand a hell of a chance.
I've always had the attitude that I deserve some gratitude, but I'm not about to use this war to make a profit on.
The man who I've been looking for, a little money, maybe more. Just think of all the friends that we financially depend upon.
Be a traitor, tell them you won't play their game. Say,
See you later, want to find the fame and fortune.
just say, see you later.
I want to be a traitor.
Respect is only a red coat away.
It's on. It only has for you to be restored to the ring. So hey, just hey, Benedict on. If I tell them what might happen, I'm afraid to be.
And if they'd only shown some admiration for all that I have sacrificed for this nation, I might not have been so inclined to deceive.
Don't pay Benedict on. When someone's on the brink, you shouldn't ever think of pushing. Hey, don't pay Benedict on. Blowing from such a height, even he deserves a cushion.
You got it. That's right. You tell him, Harry. You'll never find a man more devoted.
Unless he finds out he won't likely be promoted.
So why am I not known for all the good I have done?
see John Ship retreating. Americans were firing on them, their sense of timing couldn't have been worse. Americans were strutting their stuff, decided it was time to finally get tough, and now they were nearly engaging the British in battle. John's ship was hit and it went down. The ship was go right out of town. Now he was up a creek without a paddle. John had no choice but to go by land. He hoped Becky would understand, but he clearly heard the battle cry, and public transit was in short supply.
Now there's just one thing left to decide: what color coat you should wear on your ride. That red coat will be seen a mile away.
Why not wear one of Ben's coats instead? You're a sitting duck wearing bright red. We don't want you to lose your head.
It may be true that if I were to Ben's uniform, I'll help me to get by the Americans. But if it's dead, then I wear red, and if I'm hot, I won't be thought to spy.
And we all know the penalty for that.
When you're lost by the charms of a beautiful woman in your arms, there's no refusing anything she asks of you. Who can resist a girl with such pretty eyes, even if it meant his early demise? So join me in for my thought of you.
She wanted me to,
yet I can't help but wonder what role I'd play, or how I'll be portrayed. Your Excellency,
Ben,
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
not at all. Come in, come in.
I just wanted to apologize for my behavior at the trial the other day. It was most uncalled for.
Not at all, Ben. I understand completely. You were treated unfairly and not given nearly the credit you deserve, which is why I made a special trip to Congress. And Ben, I'm happy to say they came around to my way of thinking.
Huh?
Ben, they acquiesced. The left wing is yours.
Not West Point?
But Ben, I thought second in command. That was what you've always wanted.
Oh, it is. I
10,000 pounds, Ben.
just think of it.
Your Excellency, I am truly grateful for everything that you've done on my behalf, and I accept your gracious offer. Oh, ooh.
Ben, are you okay?
Ooh. Don't concern yourself with me, Your Excellency. It comes and it goes. It's nothing really. Comes and it goes.
Well, you are in good enough health to take the post, aren't you, Ben?
Unquestionably, Your Excellency. Unquestionably.
Fine. That's just fine.
It's just that, No.
What is it?
Well, I wouldn't want my impediment to affect my performance on the field of battle, or worse yet, result in the loss of innocent lives.
Well, I was under the impression that your condition had improved.
Oh, it has. Please don't tell me, Your Excellency, that my services are not needed. That would be worse than death. Look, I can still hobble as fast as any man.
Well, now, Ben, let's not be too hasty about this. If you think that it's wiser that we wait a few weeks, the position will still be there for you.
Well, if you're sure it wouldn't inconvenience you.
Not at all, not at all. But Ben, until your leg gets better, would you mind? That is, would you still consider taking command at West Point?
Oh, Your Excellency, for you, I will make that sacrifice.
are you fighting for? I'm just
a rental.
If you know a place like
where he can go.
And give me that dress. Oh yeah. Give me that dress. Oh, give me that dress. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Giving you the holiday you
Find another horse soul who take the ride and do what he saw, then I'd hardly object.
No one will
Just say the word and I'll step aside. I love my old grandmother, chairs long around an emotional wreck. I'm just a poor man who could use a little rest. If you know the place I go to escape this helpless, then give me that address. Oh yeah, give me that address. Oh, give me that address. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh dear Lord, God above, only you know what a man will do for love. I didn't have to come here tonight, but what else could I do? She was the love of my life. I've never minded the candles in the trash, but saving the nation is a little bit harder, I guess. I'm going for that address. Whoa, give me that address. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Stop there, young man. Halt.
You talking to me?
Come closer, dearie, we can't see you.
It's a bit late to be out, isn't it?
Are you folks English?
English? What are you thinking? Are you dark man? Of course we're English.
Oh, thank heavens, I'm among friends again.
Can you prove you're one of us?
Oh, yes, sir. These papers will prove I've got to get through tonight, and with great haste.
But this pass is signed by Benedict Arnold.
Oh, why, yes, General Arnold is on our side now. I sorted that one personally.
It's a very interesting situation.
Yeah, we forgot we're not really with them English.
I don't know how we could have made that mistake.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Joseph Reed, President of the Council, and you, sir, are under arrest.
What's to become of me now, sir?
Have you heard of a man by the name of Nathan Hale?
Well, everyone said of me. No. No, no, you cannot be saying my situation's the same as his.
No, but it is, sir. And your fate will be similar to his.
Can this be true? I stumbled on the way to sabotage the rendezvous. General Arnold's demise is long overdue. And best of all, Washington will have to pay me a little call when he finds out I was right after all.
What a thrill it'll be to see him crawl.
And let's not kid ourselves, things are looking better for you. We don't often put English spies to death, but there's always an exception to the rule. And we'd be happy to make the exception for
These papers that you've got are the only thing that we need to abort that sordid plot.
We're finally get a chance to watch you bleed.
What a lucky break for us and you been caught. Take it away, boys.
And now it's clear. Arnold's not a risk to my once flourishing career. He'll name the capital for me. What a thrill to live in Regency.
People will be stopping you on the street just to get your autograph. You can say you're undeserving of all of this fame,
But they charge you 50 shillings all the same. Oh la-dee-day, oh la-dee-da-dee-do-dee-da-dee-do-dee-da-dee-day. General Arnold divine is overdue. Overdue!
Until
that things aren't looking good, and I fear nothing's turned out as it should.
Americans have won, they got us on the run, we have no time to lose.
I fear John Andre's somehow been found out, his part in this scene's no longer in doubt. Now Washington's men are on their way to see if they can pin this on me.
But you don't stand a chance, Charlie, they will know.
So for now, pack your bags, it's time to go.
It's Jonathan might be dead.
Let's think of us instead. It's not the kind of life I was always dreaming of for you. I only did what I had to do. Now my love, watch till another day. No one will suspect the role you played. But I wouldn't be treated mercifully if I stayed.
What kind of general will leave his troops behind?
It would be alright if he's all they find.
But John's already dead,
so I'm thinking instead
to fight another day.
I once knew a man who'd always choose to die many deaths, but never to lose. God only knows how I could have done anymore, but now what was everything for?
What will you do now? I think you're through now.
That was heartless of you to have left her like that.
Well, what else could I possibly have done?
Do you honestly think that after all you've done to General Washington, that her safety could be entrusted to him?
All right. I'll write Washington a letter pleading on Peggy's behalf.
Well, that's big of you.
Would you mind?
Don't pushing it.
Dear General Washington, by now you will have learned of my hasty departure. I have no favor to ask for myself. I do have one small favor to ask, however, on behalf of Mrs. Arnold. She didn't have any part in any of this.
In any event, would you please send me the clothes and other belongings? I did not have time to pack. Your humble and obedient servant, Benedict Arnold.
P.S. Would you also please send me the 3.5 weeks back pay that I have coming?
What makes someone decide to switch from one team to the next? The reasons for it sometimes can be quite complex. But if you coach the winning team, yet nobody holds you in high esteem, it may find routine fine to see there's going to say goodbye. Try not to let it get you down. Hold out your chin and stand your ground. After all, you must have had a reason. Even the best of us may find often it's best to change our mind. Who's to say what is or isn't treason? You've been put up, you've been put down. Nobody's been more pushed around. Who fears you for your achievement? You won the battles that you fought. You dared to go and most would not. How could it be they refused to believe in you? Try not to let it get you down. Hold out your chin and stand your ground. After all, you must have had a reason. Even the best of us may find often it's best to change our mind. Who's to say what is or isn't treason? Well, suppose Roy is smooth, a wrong to be wed, but he's broke, so she leaves him for a wealthy man instead. Or she can't afford her job, so she quits the one she's got. Don't think that you do any differently, cause you would not. Well, who's wrong and who's right? Things don't always come in black and white. Often it's a matter of perspective. So if you think you're off the hook, go to the mirror and take a look. Don't slander someone's name unless you know you'll never do the same. Say, have you heard the news? Washington's not amused. Ben Cosmo has gone out of town. You must fend for yourself. He's left you on the shelf. He's the captain of the ship, but he's not going down.
Get my trunk. We're cleaning this place out.
If they should ask me deep probing questions, well, they won't get my confessions. I'll say that I was shocked and disillusioned that my husband could have done this to me. If I then be the first to say goodbye, best of luck from Jamaica. Somehow make it plain, you're merely gone insane. Why not?
we are two just went nuts.
In the 18th century,
Long time no see.
women weren't supposed to know much.
How else
They had to act naive, uneducated.
out to lunch.
Even if it's true that such behavior makes
If you're
you
nauseated.
If they accuse you, tell them how he used you.
I never meant to betray anyone. That is what I've learned confession. I love my country more than life itself. If I had gone away, I'd be the first to say goodbye. Best of luck from Jamaica. I'd rather give a 10. I'd be the kind of man who wouldn't be content to come along and say, I'll take ya. We gotta come in here. If it were up to me, I'd rather be in Jamaica.
The General!
Mrs. Arnold,
I know how all of this must look to you. I just
you poor creature.
Excuse me?
How could he have done this to you?
Oh, this, my husband. Oh, I was shocked, in despair when I found out what my husband had done.
Don't worry, Mrs. Arnold, though it may be of little consolation, we've at least managed to capture your husband's co-conspirator, John Andre. Mrs. Arnold, are you okay? I can assure you that he will be made to pay for what he has done. You have my word on it.
Whoa, I would have never guessed.
Well, General, you certainly didn't waste any time. It's just a shame Arnold isn't aware of your selfless devotion to his wife.
Can't you see this lady's in a state of shock?
With all due respect, Your Excellency, I think you're a little too close to the situation to be able to recognize this pathetically unconvincing actor.
Reed, is this going anywhere?
I've just come from interrogating the prisoner, and he has specifically implicated General Arnold.
We're all fully aware of Arnold's involvement.
Ah, but are you aware of Major Andre's involvement with Mrs. Arnold?
That's a lie.
If you don't believe us, General, you can go and ask the prisoner yourself.
I would not be so base as to accuse a woman of such a dishonorable motive. You are a fool! Reed, get back to West Point and wait for further instructions. You'll hear from me shortly.
Is that supposed to frighten me?
You have your orders.
Oh, yeah. You have no jurisdiction over me.
Reed, get the hell out.
Just wait until our friends in Congress hear about the fact that we warned you about Arnold long ago, and that you stood by and did absolutely nothing.
We will see to it that you never hold a position of importance again.
Ha!
I don't understand this at all. I've been waiting 3 weeks for General Burgoyne to pay me a call. It seems he doesn't have the time for me. What's taking him so long?
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. See, sir, he's a very important man.
And I'm not the greatest general of the revolution of either side. They should be falling all over themselves to thank me for what I've done for them. Yet so far they're treating me as if I was still one of the enemy.
There! That must be you now. You see, you weren't worried for nothing.
Reed, what the hell?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. You must be mistaken.
This is General Burgoyne of His Majesty's Armed Forces.
Oh, forgive me, Your Excellency, for a moment I
Oh,
thought
no,
that you-
no, don't bother to get up. Really. You're overwrought. I suspect that you've had a rather trying week. Yes.
So what do you have in mind for me, Your Excellency? What's the plan?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm a very busy man, Arnold. What is it that you wanted to see me about?
What did I want? Your Excellency, I am at your service. I have sworn eternal allegiance to my king, for whom I'm ready to give my very life.
Yes, well, I see. Well, to tell you the truth, Arnold,
We don't have any openings in your field right now. You might want to check back sometime next month and see if anything turns up. You understand, of course.
I only hope that you understand how anxious I am to begin my service to my king.
Yes, well, frankly, I suppose this is as good a time as any. How shall I put it?
None of the men wants to serve under your command, sir.
But how can that be possible?
Well, I think that's rather obvious. Don't you see? No one knows who you'll turn your back on next.
Well, what about John Andre?
He was a very popular man around here, so some think you should have been hanged in his place.
But I can't be held responsible for that.
Oh no, you can't be held responsible for anything, can you?
Yes, you see, I wanted to trade you for Andre, but unfortunately, I was overruled.
And there are some who still support me after all.
Yes. But you see, Josephine's already told you no one wants to work with you.
We want to encourage defections from the American army. Turning over someone like you to the slaughter isn't exactly great for our image.
But I don't understand why the men won't serve under me.
I think General Burgoyne has stated quite clearly, no one knows who you might turn your back on next.
What about my money? My money, damn it, my money! What about the 10,000 pounds I was promised?
10,000 pounds? For what? You haven't done anything.
Then give me a command.
Josephine's already told you no one wants to work with you. What can I do about that? You can always go back to the Americans.
You know that's impossible.
Yes. Well, now. This morning, I had a conversation with an American rebel prisoner. And I asked him what would happen if we were to turn you over to them. Do you know what he said? He said your left leg would be severed from your body and buried with full military honors. The rest of you would be hanged from the nearest tree, your carcass left to rot.
And now, if you will excuse the general, the sight of you sickens him.
Now I find no one really wants me. It seems as if my friends have all abandoned me forever. Why is it no one can recall? I was the greatest hero of them all.
Come quickly, I don't know what to do with it. I came into his room only a moment ago and he threw a blanket over me. He said I wasn't dressed properly for this kind of weather. Well, this kind of weather, I thought. What could he mean by that? It's the middle of July. Shall I call the doctor, Mother?
No, it's too late.
Too late? But nobody knows what really happened yet. They think I was disloyal. But it was all of you who forced me to do what I did. But I want you to know that I forgive you for what you've done to me. I forgive you all. I forgive you all. I was a revolutionary gentleman, just like all the papers said. But now it looks as though no one will recall that I was the greatest hero of them all.
often works better is instead of a short, fat one, is a long, skinny tube. So we go like this, and then we can tear it in half.
Yes.
Oh, God. Actually, young Frankenstein.
I want to see that.
It's amazing.
I want to see that.
Is my
How long?
And Nick Offerman and their relationship together. That is a national treasure. They're so handsome. I love them. And it makes their whole like relationship on Parks and Recreation so much better when you know that they're married in real life.
Oh, they are married in real life.
Na 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 na. Ready? Na 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 na. Na 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 na.